Rick? Chip, do you mind reading it, because I'm a little bit hoarse, please?
We'll have the agenda briefing for our January 7th, 2025 meeting. It's first item of business is a call to order at 9 a.m. and then our invocation by Chairwoman Barbara Aycock, Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Antonio Williams, and then we'll have the approval of the minutes from our December 17th, 2024 meeting. There's no current adjustment of the agenda. It still stands as presented for January 7th. And then we'll move on to our consent agenda and our budget amendments.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we have no adjustments to the.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Number 177 is our first budget amendment. This budget amendment is to move funds from our contingency line item in the amount of $42,130.36 to our infrastructure line item for change orders 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8 for the Wayne County Business Campus.
This is basically the final change orders that we're aware of to Fred Smith Company. You know, some of those were quite substantially larger than, and we negotiated them down. So this hopefully will finish this up.
So, okay, let me back. So it says unsuitable soils and sewer line trenches per Terracon's recommendation. And so all the sewer stuff, wouldn't that come out of the city?
We're paying for all of it, and then we have billed them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's our responsibility
I
to
got
pay
you.
the contracts with us.
On 5 and 6, was that not an issue that they created in regards to that box was put in there wrong?
I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. They put our box up there wrong, but I'm not sure if this is referring to that.
Well, there's two separate ones there,
They are.
and there's about 38,000 or almost $39,000.
It says pipe at access road entry, traffic control and additional seating and dress up, but it's the same thing on the next one.
Just
But
added-
the only pipe that they had to deal with was one in which they installed, and they installed it wrong.
that was on
Yeah, I'm
the,
not sure. I can go back to, we can pull this budget amendment and I can go back to Craig Folk. And ask.
Let's do that.
agreed.
Wouldn't you
That's all.
agree?
Off the top of my head, I do not know.
Because that's the only pipe. The original pipe to put in was in the specifications to start off with.
So number 8 is the one where you had our crowd go out, our own call go out there and confirm, is that on the undercut on the road part?
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
And I can understand the unsuitable soils. But the other issue is that they did it twice.
And part of that may be billed to the city. I don't know. That would, if it's dealing with the sewer and all, it was probably billed to the city.
Yeah, I would think that one, because they're the ones that,
Yeah, let's just pull the budget amendment and have you check in on that.
good with that.
Yeah. So this money is gonna be extra what was in the grant, is that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Way past the green.
This is on us.
We way passed on that.
Yeah.
About on the million.
At one time, you know, they hit us with a $300,000 change order that we fought. So we already approved that budget, but that was negotiated down as well. But we'll check on it. Off the top of my head, I do not know. I'd rather ask than see for sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. Number 178, this is the Health Department. This is to realign bonus pay from administration to maternal health for their nursing sign-on bonuses. This is funds that were already budgeted. We're just needing to move those to a different line item. That amount is $15,625.
Just shows you the demand for nurses nowadays.
Budget amendment number 185, this is for the Register of Deeds. This is to realign the Register of Deeds budget in order to meet the needs of the office for the remaining of this fiscal year. Again, already budgeted, just moving it around to take care of their needs. Number 186, this is for Services on Aging. This is to appropriate additional ARP funds from ECC in the amount of $58,000.
Let me ask you a question. So back to the Register of Deeds, that's all that y'all anticipate her needing?
Throughout the year.
Well, that's not what I'm understanding. There may be something later coming to you. At this time, should you say.
Number 189, this is from the Finance Office. This budget amendment is to appropriate the remaining interest earnings from the ARP fund, which have not been allocated for other projects, and transfer a portion to the general fund to replenish fund balance. Additionally, some of these will be purchased and set up, will be used to purchase a mobile home at the Jetport as part of their new lease agreement with UNC to provide living quarters for the additional medical team supporting the new pediatric helicopter service. So the total amount of interest is $708,916. We're moving $623,916 back to the general fund, and we're using $85,000 of that for the project at the Jetport. This was a part of the contract that was signed, and as soon as this is taken care of, that contract amount goes from $3,000 to $5,000 a month. And that's all I have.
Well, did we skip 186? We go back. Yeah, 186.
No, sir, that's the Services on Aging.
She talked about that, and I
did?
went back and asked her a question about the one before. She was already
All right,
talked about it.
okay. Must have been daydreaming. Okay.
Any questions?
The 189 is the, okay.
If you'll go back over that budget amendment, please, 189.
So the $708,916.
I'm sorry, 186.
Oh, 186.
When he was missing.
For Services on Aging?
Yes.
Okay, that is a budget amendment for $58,000 that Services on Aging has received, and it is being allocated between vouchers and her grant expenditures. This is additional ARP funds that have been received from ECC, Eastern Carolina Council. There is no match to these funds.
Any questions?
There's another one, ain't there? Or is that?
That was it.
Well, that just goes to show you that ECC does have a value.
Oh, it does. Absolutely. Any questions on those? If not, we'll move along to number 4. Motion to donate a surplus vehicle to the Prevention and Treatment Center, Wayne County Structured Day Program pursuant to North Carolina General Statutes 160A-280. Would you like to speak on that, Carol?
So working with, JCPC, this, van, and I'm working directly with Kendall on this. It should be a 15-passenger van, and it's going to be surplused from the sheriff's office, given to the Structured Day Program of JCPC, Juvenile Crime Prevention Council. And the Structured Day is a lot like our day reporting for adults, but Structured Day is for our youth. And this is the program that Milas Kelly directed until he passed away, and they've come to realize how much money he took out of his own pocket. And so, when I found out the need, I came to Chip and Ginger, and we contacted Kendall, and so we're able to make this happen. Just a reminder, this program, it's a step up from teen court. So it's where these kids have gotten in trouble, and they're trying to keep them in school and get them on a different path. And they do need a lot of help. I mean, they pay rent for a building in order to house those kids, so they're trying to find out if the school maybe has a vacant building that they could get into. There's just a lot that we can help them with to give our youth an opportunity that have maybe made a mistake and get them back on the right path, keep them in school, get that education, and provide them the structure that they need. So that's where this van is going.
The necessity for the van stems from the fact that their previous vehicle expired.
How old is this van, Carol?
The one that we have is, I think, the
2012.
2012? How many miles does it have on it?
191, I think it was, I think that's the photo I got from Jason Sasser yesterday. So, but it's a vehicle that they use every day to go back and forth to Raleigh. So it's in good condition.
We'll have to do a little bit of work to put some of the seats back in. I think the back seats are taken out, some of the very back seats.
Yes, sir.
But other than that,
How many does it seat?
What we're hoping is for a passenger driver, and then I believe it's 3 bench seats going back, so that would actually be 15 if you don't count the driver, because they could probably put 4 in each seat, especially since they're smaller, but depends upon the seat belts as well. It should be a 15 passenger.
And we properly noticed that so that we could take action today. Good.
okay. Any questions on that? If not, we'll move on to number 5. It's a motion to establish a public hearing on January 21st, 2025 at 9:15 a.m. in the Commissioners' Meeting Room, the Wayne County Courthouse Annex, 224 East Walnut Street, to receive public comments regarding an economic development agreement between Wayne County and the Wayne County Development Alliance for the development of a pad-ready site and construction of a warehouse on Lot 6 of the Wayne County Business Campus in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Any questions on that one? If no questions, we'll move along to number 6, a motion to adopt resolution 2025-1, accepting the ARPA grant offer of $205,000 for a parking lot drainage improvements project at the Wayne Executive Jetport.
Those were state ARPA funds.
Correct. Yes, sir. Any questions on that one? If not, we'll move along to number 7, a motion to approve, those dates, January 15th to 16th, or January 22nd and 23rd, 2025, as the Board of Commissioners Budget and Goals Retreat. And I do believe that we can get that done and completed in one day. It'd be my preferred date to be the 23rd, based on our availability of space.
23rd.
We'll do what you wish. If you
So
like
which
a
date are
different
we looking
date,
at?
23rd.
23rd.
I'm not yelling, Miss Barber.
Yeah, well, you have to yell for me to hear. I cannot hear.
If we want another date, we'll have to locate it, make another
So
location.
the 23rd?
What was the issue with the 22nd?
The Farm Bureau room was already booked, and the Maxwell Center, the entire facility is booked for the 15th and 16th, 22nd and 23rd. They have 2 large events,
I'm good on
and completely, they're taking up all the spaces. They'll have breakout rooms, so we could not use side rooms on those days.
Well, it
So-
sounds like it's gonna be rather busy there for us.
Yes, sir. So, I then moved over to the Farm Bureau room, and the 23rd is the only available date of those four.
Okay.
What time we gonna start?
We can start as early as you want.
6?
In the morning?
I'm ready at 6.
No. I'm getting older. I like to sleep a little later.
Oh, come on, Joe.
8 AM?
Eight.
I'm up at 6 anyway.
6 o'clock. I mean, you were up at 2 o'clock today.
Alrighty, moving on after that, that's all for the consent agenda, and then we have public comments. Each speaker will have a time limit of 4 minutes, then our county manager's report, Board of Commissioners committee reports, then any closed session. And then we will adjourn.
Do we have a closed session?
We do have closed session.
Can we do that now?
I would wait until the rest of the board.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Chip, if you will, in your comments, would you give us a brief update in regards to the jail and the DSS building?
Yes.
You know, just a brief, where we at?
Okay.
We're good. We might want to wait for the rest of the board. I like that. Okay.
Madam Chair, do you want,
We're done tonight.
Yeah, just recess till 9.
Yes, you can just recess till 9 o'clock.
Madam Chair, you want to recess until 9?
Yes, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Y'all gotta talk up for me today. I cannot hear.
All right, if you'll go ahead and do that.
Got to recess till 9.
We're recessed to 9 o'clock. Good morning. I call the January 7th, 2025 meeting to order. Invocation will be Chairwoman Barbara Aycock, if you would. Please bow your head. Heavenly Father, today we come together to seek your direction as a team. Please grant us direction as we face different decisions. Grant us patience towards each other and be respectful of each other's input for the betterment of our community. In your name, I pray. Amen. Pledge of allegiance. Antonio Williams.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Has everybody had a chance to read their December the 17th, 2024 minutes? Do I entertain a motion to approve?
So moved.
Got a motion on the floor? Thank you, Commissioner Daughtry. All right, on our consent agenda, has everybody had a chance to?
Just one adjustment.
One adjustment? Oh, I didn't think we had no adjustments.
Well, we did after our 8 o'clock
Okay.
briefing. I would like to remove budget amendment 177 until a future date for some research. Thank you. That's the only adjustment.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the removal of budget amendment?
177.
We got to approve the adjusted amendment.
So moved.
Do I have a motion to approve the adjusted agenda? Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as it stands with the removal of 177?
You just voted on it.
Yeah, we just voted.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda as amended.
Okay. Have a motion to approve it. Thank you. All right, before we get started, we have some safety issues we'd like to go through.
Madam Chair, you need to vote on the consent agenda, please.
On the what?
Consent agenda?
Oh, I thought we did. Oh, okay. Me need to vote. Okay. Thought I already had. I'm sorry. Safety issues, on this side here, we'll go with Ms. Bolden. If we have any issues, we'll go with, Commissioner Gurley on the right side here, and they will direct you to the, appropriate areas for safety. Are we ready for public comments? Have we had anyone sign up, Ms. Bowden?
We do, we have one individual, Dennis Lewis.
All right. Mr. Lewis? Yes. You signed up? Okay, you have 4 minutes.
Madam Chairwoman, a week ago today, had to use my debit card to pay for a permit to shoot fireworks for the Mount Olive Pickle Festival. My issue has been for years that I am the only person who has to do that. There are fireworks going off all over this county. Social media, people in Eastern Wayne, Marmac, Dudley, Sawston, Goldsboro, all reported that it sounded like a war. Now, some of it could have been gunshots, but most of it was identified as fireworks. When I say 6 years, that's the amount of time I've been coming, speaking to boards of commissioners to try and get this thing fixed. Dumb as I am, I could have fixed this in 30 seconds if I had the power. But I don't have the power. Power rests with y'all. And every time I've come here to talk about it, you ignore my protestations and you keep taking my $85. No one else. In Wayne County, the population is 118,686. Nobody has to do it but me. The North Carolina population is 10.8 million. None of them have to do it. Mr. Harrell, my comments are not directed to you. You're a new commissioner. I apologize. Should have done that first. United States population, 341,149,580, and none of them have to do it. The world population is estimated at 8.9 billion. That was 2 years ago. It's expected to reach 10 million as of 2025. Yet I am the only person who has to pay for a permit to shoot fireworks. Some time ago, your former clerk told me that I had made the board mad. Well, now the board has made me mad. Where do you think that's gonna get us? Y'all won't do anything. So I've got to go somewhere else. To the citizens of Wayne County, let me apologize. I asked humbly, I waited patiently, and I was left with no choice. I bid you good day.
Sir, may I ask you a question? Sir, may I ask you a question? Can you-
Mr. Williams,
can you
I
come-
want to tell
yeah,
you
can-
that you are the person who has extended to me the most courtesy. You may absolutely ask me a question.
Come back to the podium so we can hear you. Now, when you do fireworks, is that on a business level?
It is on a business level.
Okay,
But
so,
your policy states any person wanting to shoot fireworks in the proposition in Wayne County must do this. It doesn't say it's optional.
okay, well,
Every person in Wayne County wanting to shoot fireworks must do what I have to do.
okay, well,
But I'm the only person having to do it.
Well, I'm gonna look at the policy again, but how you kind of pair things together, overall, those individuals are just novice that are shooting fireworks. They're novice, they're not doing it on a professional level where
I don't care what
it's a
level they're doing
business.
it on.
Well, I
The
think,
policy says, any person in Wayne County wanting to shoot fireworks must do what I have to do. Pull your policy up and look at it. Right now. I'm here now.
While I believe that is the policy, I mean, the thing is, I don't
I
think,
can't hear you, Mr.
I
Fox.
said, while I believe that is the policy, the hardest thing would be to try to find everyone that's shooting fireworks. You know what I mean? You said it's how many people in Wayne County?
118,000.
You know, I mean, we don't know where to shooting at, what time. By the time somebody shoots the fireworks, we got there, it'll be too late. They'll be gone. So I think that's kind of sort of hard to do. I don't know. Are you the only business in Wayne County that does fireworks?
Other than that,
I'm just asking that question. I don't know. I'm not
okay,
trying
I
to
can't
be.
hear the question.
I'm sorry. I said, are you the only business in Wayne County that does fireworks?
No, there are other certified shooters in Wayne County.
Have any of them done any fireworks shows? Anything that I don't know. Anybody know that answer?
Here's your problem.
Because
The state law says that you have to have the county commissioner's permission
yes, sir.
to shoot a fireworks display.
Yes, sir. And I understand that. I agree with you.
Okay. For better or worse, there are companies that if you give them your driver's license, you send them a copy of your driver's license, they will ship illegal products to your door.
Yes, sir.
And then they're allowed to shoot it in Wayne County.
Well, I mean, are they allowed or are they doing it illegal?
They're doing it illegally.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
But that's my point.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's up to y'all to try and stop illegal activity. Your policy doesn't have anything close to a penalty. I could have been walking through a cow pasture, dipped a dog fennel in cow turd and wrote a better policy.
Well, maybe we should look at the policy and write a penalty that for those that do shoot fireworks illegally. I thought maybe we would already have something in there for that, but if we don't,
I
mean,
offered on
could be
January
something that could be solved easily.
25th, 2019, to help the county write a policy. Haven't heard a word from them. You don't want to hear from me. Here's the reality. People like y'all don't care about people like me.
I disagree with that.
If that wasn't true, this would have already been fixed.
Well,
6 years.
May work. Must be expired.
Any other questions?
Kayla.
Well, anybody else have any more questions on Mr. Lewis? Mr. Lewis?
Can't get in.
We
You
will
through with
take
me?
it on the phone.
I'm just gonna say this, so we can solve this and get this, and get some, Mr. Lewis, some type of, resolution. Can we put this on our next agenda to discuss it? As far as the policy goes and what any regulations would be as far as people shooting illegal fireworks, so then we can move forward with this and not, because he has come here several times. I mean, if we don't have anything in our policy, let's put something there. I don't see a problem with it. I don't see it being that hard. So we can solve a problem for him and we can solve a problem for ourselves.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Thank you.
And send him a policy, copy of it.
Discuss it
Okay.
next.
Do we have anybody else, Ms. Bowden?
We do not.
We do?
You know,
We do not.
Okay. All right, we'll move on then.
Moving on to county manager's report. And I'd just like to make a point regarding fireworks activities. There's a difference between somebody shooting illegal fireworks and somebody shooting fireworks as a profession. So those things are clearly spelled out in the ordinance, and we'll be glad to present that back to you at the next meeting, and we can go over it. There's probably already some penalties in that ordinance, I believe. But there's a big difference between enforcing somebody from shooting fireworks illegally. It's almost impossible to enforce that. And versus somebody that's shooting them all professionally for a town or for a special event. That's a policy of the state of North Carolina. Our ordinance follows that policy, and there are certain rules and regulations that he has to abide by with regards to fire inspections, and that's just the way it is. But there is, you know, if I go buy a bunch of fireworks in South Carolina and I bring them back and shoot them, I'm shooting them illegally. Somebody's got to catch me if I do that, but anyway.
But Chip, if you will, when you bring us that information, will you also bring back the information regarding to any other permits that were issued to any other company?
We'll see. I know we changed permitting software, so I don't know how far back we can go with that, but we'll see.
Thank you.
Also, county manager's report, update on our jail and DSS buildings. You know, those buildings are nearing completion. The jail building is, jail facility is getting down to where TA11 is going through their punch lists, finalizing small details that they are missing. The county will then come in and we'll do our own punch list to follow up with them. We're still working through some security issues and software issues and things of that nature, but that building is pretty much on schedule. We still have to get through our state inspection also in order to be able to occupy it. So it's pretty much on schedule. DSS is the same status. They're finishing the exterior landscaping issues, parking lot. We're starting to assemble some of the furniture inside. There were some issues with the desks and the power locations. We've got some resolution on that, and they're working through that, and we're waiting on parts. But that building is also on schedule. If you have any questions on those, just I'll try to answer.
Do we have a sort of a tentative date on all these buildings? I mean, I know we can't hold to it, but I mean,
Yeah, on our movie, and we were starting to move DSS. You remember what we said in our planning? thought we had it established, February. Sometimes in February, I think we will start moving to departmentals. We really got to get to the certificate of occupancy before we can occupy the building,
It's jail or DSS?
DSS.
Have they resolved the electrical panel?
Is that resolved?
Yes.
I believe it is,
All right, so they have gotten that shipped in and got it replaced.
yes.
So that was the last remaining item I thought that was kind of holding us up.
That was on,
DSS.
DSS, yeah. There's some other issues. We've still got to go through punch lists there, DSS, TA11's punch list, and then we'll have our own punch list when we go through the building. So it'll be some time that elapses there to get a lot of things that we won't accept,
Sure.
straightened out, you know. Once the furniture is moved in, we want to inspect all the furniture. We'll inspect the interior finishes, the function and everything of the building.
On the jail prior to it being occupied, I assume that we would schedule some type of ribbon cutting and a tour for where we could actually go through and tour the
On the
building.
jail, it would be a private ribbon cutting at the request. The sheriff does not want a public ribbon cutting. So we can have a private one, invited only,
Why would he not want a public?
because it's a jail facility.
Security reasons.
Security, safety.
Well, we had one on the windows.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
it
Oh,
wasn't
it
even makes in it then.
Agreed,
at the
so that's
request
why
of the
we would
sheriff,
want to do it
so-
beforehand.
I think what he's talking about is the safety and security of, you don't want everybody going through the jail and just seeing how things operate or where things are at, so.
Okay.
We will for DSS. We will have a public,
But the commissioners would be able to have a tour
absolutely.
prior to,
yes.
I mean, I hate to spend $50 million and not be able to look at the building before it's
Right.
occupied.
Right. Well, we've had, in fact, we took a group through last Friday. But yeah, we can arrange that,
Thank you.
yes. And that's all of my, manager's report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Crumpler.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll go to the Board of Commissioners Committee reports. Mr. Williams?
Thank you, Madam Chair. On behalf of Wayne County, we proudly recognize Congressman Wally Nichols for his dedicated efforts to enhance the quality of life in our community and across North Carolina. His leadership and collaboration with colleagues both within and beyond his party have delivered meaningful results for Wayne County and its residents. Congressman Nichols secured $500,000 for the demolition of an older building in the city of Goldsboro, addressing blight and paving the way for revitalization efforts. This funding will improve the safety and aesthetics of our community, making room for new opportunities in economic development and community pride. In a significant boost to local infrastructure, Congressman Nichols secured funding for fencing. This critical upgrade enhances security and safety while supporting the growth of Wayne County's aviation and economic sectors. A champion for education and public safety, Congressman Nichols sponsored the Single Application for School Safety Act. This vital legislation streamlines access to funding through matching grants, empowering our schools to implement security measures that protect students and staff. This effort demonstrates his unwavering commitment to ensuring that Wayne County schools remain safe and secure for all. Congressman Nichols joined forces with Congressman Valerie Fouché to co-sponsor the College Thriving Act, which directs the Secretary of Education to create a grant program for Skills for Success courses. These courses equip first-year college students with the tools they need to thrive academically and beyond, including right here in North Carolina. Furthermore, Congressman Nichols reached across the aisles to work with Congressman Chuck Edwards on the Economic Opportunity for Distressed Communities Act. This bipartisan effort introduced special rules for capital gains invested in brownfield and Superfund sites, incentives, investments, and communities. That we need most. Congressman Wiley Nichols' ability to foster collaboration, secure critical funding, and advocate for forward-thinking policies exemplifies leadership at its best. His dedication to Wayne County and North Carolina as a whole sets a high standard for public service, and we thank him for his continual partnership and commitment to our community's success. I thank him, and I also thank him for the resolution that his office sent to me. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Dalton?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I received a call from Senator Budd's office yesterday, reminding, and he wanted everyone in Wayne County to recognize that the final legislation that was passed limited the F-16's moratorium for 2 years, rather than the 4 that he had in his language. So that legislation was amended, and that would carry us through 27. That being said, we need to start working now to make sure we've got some options before that date comes up, certain in 27. So Chip's going to be reaching out to those that are working on that, our consultant, our Military Affairs Committee, to make sure that we're not caught flat-footed as we were in the past. His office has also offered any assistance to the county to make sure that we protect Seymour Johnson. So, that said, I survived the holidays. I hope everyone else did as well. We've got a new year of 2025 upon us. I hope everybody had a very, very happy holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Dalton. Commissioner Aycock?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair. I apologize for being late today. I had a doctor's appointment that could not be changed. A quick question for Mr. Crumpler. If I know y'all have already finished the business, but here 3 or 4 months ago, did we not grant a variance to the gentleman on 581 Highway that was building a shelter or something? And did we not grant that variance?
That was a little man, Mr. Little.
Yeah. Did anybody notify him that that we did the variance, because he's done nothing since?
He was here that day.
Oh, he was here?
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't know. Okay, all right. Well, I was just concerned that he hadn't started back any work on it, so.
Yeah,
But you clarified that, but I forgot that he was here.
Yeah, and his wife.
And, just, like Commissioner Darter said, we had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Actually stayed up this year for the New Year. There was a good movie on, so it was the excuse. But, and like I say again, I apologize for being late this morning, but I couldn't get out of that doctor's appointment. And, that's all I have, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Foster?
No comment.
Thank you,
Mr. Miles?
Madam Chair. Good to see everybody again. Glad to hear that everyone had a good holiday and New Year. Just brief comments. Looking forward to getting started. I'll be attending the Eastern Carolina Council General Membership Board meeting on Thursday in New Bern. Already had some contact with the president of that board, so looking forward to learning again and being involved in representing our county there. And wages board meeting as well that I serve on is coming up on the 16th of January. So maybe next time when I come back, I'll have something for community report or report that I can share. But again, I hope everyone had a great holiday season and looking forward to a really wonderful 2025. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
If I might ask Commissioner Harrell if he would express to the public in regards to your recent announcement.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, I'm now married. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have a beautiful wife who, said yes when I asked her to marry me. I teased that it took her about 5 minutes to make that decision. But I'm very, very blessed, to have married a beautiful lady. God's good in many ways, and I know He's been to all of us. So I'm looking forward to that relationship and our families kind of being blended together. So thank you
Yeah.
for mentioning
We've
that.
met her and she's a very nice lady.
Thank you for all of that and those well wishes.
Mr. Gurley?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Foster told me to keep it short, and the only thing I had to say was I was going to congratulate Tim on his marriage. Thank you. Joe jumped the gun in front of me, so congratulations
Appreciate that.
again. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Like everybody else, I'm glad we're all back and Christmas is behind us, and like Commissioner Aycock said, I stayed up for New Year's, the first time I've ever done it as well, and didn't fall asleep. I went to a party and they all kept me awake.
Now,
But,
what kept you awake?
The party.
Okay.
I was dancing too much. But, and I look forward to, getting started on the new year and getting a lot of things accomplished, and looking forward to the jail and DSS. And I know maintenance will be glad when they get the new jail, because I think they get a call about every weekend about something on the jail and everything. Can't wait to see that. Also, on Wednesday, the tourist facility is going to be opening, having a ribbon cutting for their new building at 119 North Center Street. So if anybody would like to go for the ribbon cutting on that. And let's see, and don't forget the annual chamber dinner at the Maxwell Center at 6 o'clock. Hope everybody can go. And then the Wayne County Fireman Dinner at Lane Tree at 7 o'clock. I hope everybody got their notice to where they can attend that. And then we have made a decisions on the 23rd for our budget retreat at the Maxwell Center. So everybody be ready for that at 8 o'clock.
On the 23rd,
Do what, honey?
the 23rd,
Uh-huh.
want to do it in one day?
Yes.
And then we have a ribbon cutting for the United Way on January 31st, if anybody would like to attend that. And Belfast Fire Department, they have their dinner on the 18th also. So, but that's all I have. And I understand we have some closed session, Mr. Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We will go in closed session then after you read your report.
Just to consider qualifications, competence, performance, character, fitness of conditions of appointment, initial employment of an individual.
Madam Chair, I move we go into closed session.
Okay, we got a motion to go in closed session. Thank you, Commissioner Daughtry. All right, we are now in closed session. If we could clear the room.